Pisces, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot, or welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. This is going to be your reading for September 2021. This can apply to anywhere where you have Pisces in your chart. If you're not sure what that is, check out the description box below to locate your free birth chart. Be sure to watch the videos for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, as well as any other placements that represent significant things for you. Let's go ahead and get into our reading by cleaning out our energy and hit on the next cells that feels comfortable to you. Alright, let's see what Spirit wants to talk about for Pisces for September. Alright, got a pre-message. You have the Judgment with the Two of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So I felt like there's something that you feel like was unfair. You feel like it might not have, like you don't have all the information and all the details in regards to it. I feel like there's something that you feel like was very kind of sneaky that went on behind your back that you weren't aware of. And that it was like somebody was deceptive. I felt like you ended up gaining the higher ground in some way, shape, or form. But it's definitely changed your ability to like work with this person, your confidence in regards to working with this person. For some of you, I felt like there was information that you didn't feel was divulged to you fairly, and it caused you to make a bad judgment or a judgment that was not in your best interest because you didn't have all the information, you didn't have all the facts. I felt like that kind of like chipped away at your confidence. But I felt like there's like a truth or a clarity coming into the situation. That you did all you could. You realized that you did all you could. For some of you, I felt like there was a situation that even though it took away at some of your confidence, it's bringing you stability and like an assurance that you, even though like you might not have listened to your intuition, and then that caused you to have a disappointment, but now you're realizing that you did have the intuition and your intuition was right. So I feel like there's something that you're disappointed about, but at the same time there's like a benefit towards it, or you're realizing a benefit in some way, shape, or form. Pisces. Yeah, the Eight of Cups over the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, Two of Cups. For some of you, I felt like there was a connection that you tried to nurture it for as long as you could. You tried to invest in it, but there was a lack of clarity, a lack of communication, or the communication wasn't very loving and kind. And I felt like you had to like realize the situation and basically say if somebody's for your better good or not. Like it's like realizing that like even though you care about this person and you guys might get along at times, whoever this is in regards to, there's like this realization about either somebody is providing you more nurturing than you realized, or they're not providing you the nurturing that you're needing or that you expected. And there's like this realization of that. So take it as it resonates. For some of you, you might be realizing somebody was more nurturing to you than you realized. For others of you, you're realizing somebody was not being reciprocal in regards to the connection. Final shuffle, Pisces for September. Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you're thinking very much about your abundance. For some of you, you might have changed positions or jobs. I am also feeling like some of you might have purchased a house recently. Let me Judgment was out in your pre-messages. It's out here again. The Nine of Cups was in your pre-message. It's out here again. The Hierophant, the Devil, the Three of Swords. Pisces for September. Let's see. All right. For some of you, I feel like somebody's watching your wish fulfillment coming true, and they're kind of like reminded that theirs isn't, whatever that means for you. Bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords. So there's something that you kind of feel trapped in your mind about. There's something that you're kind of like go over and over again within your thoughts, your mind. For everybody, it is different, but whatever this is for you, it's making you feel bound. It's making you feel stuck within the situation or whatever it is that's causing these thoughts. In your current energy, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and that's crossed by the Judgment. So I feel like there's something that in regard to a business or something like your family, your home, your long-term stability, I feel like there's something that you felt like was unfair. I feel like there's a transition going on in there. I feel like it's a new cycle that's coming in. Even though we don't have the World card out here yet, I do feel like there's a new cycle coming in, though. There's a judgment call. There's something being realized and recognized in a situation. It's also major arcana, so that's making me feel like Spirit is surrounding you, and whatever you're going through right now, Spirit is like kind of like trying to like go ahead of you and clear out the path, trying to like, but there's an element of like self-awareness. There's an element of the power of free will at play here. So just being mindful that the things we think about, we bring about. So be mindful of like if you're feeling whatever energy you're feeling, you're going to amplify that in your physical realm. So if you're feeling like discouraged and disappointed and unmotivated, you're going to see that. If you're happy and hopeful, you're going to see that. You're going to see more reasons to feel that way. But whatever's going on for you right now, I feel like there's definitely an opportunity to grow, an opportunity for you to grab onto something that you put a lot of work and energy into to build it and to grow it. I don't feel like you've seen it grow to fruition the way that you had hoped or expected, but I feel like that's changing. I feel like as long as you don't lose sight of what your goal and your intention and your plans are, I feel like you're going to come to the end of where you're going to get your like pot of gold. X marks the spot, kind of. At a soul level, you have the Nine of Cups. So you're really thinking very much about your wish fulfillment, your destiny. How do you bring these pieces into play? What is it that your destiny is intending for you? Why are these things happening around you? And then you have the Queen of Pentacles again. So this is, again, whatever you're experiencing at a soul level, this is what you're creating into your environment. So if at a soul level, you're very hopeful and excited and motivated, you're going to see a lot of opportunities coming in. If you're really having like disappointment and like a feeling of lack or feeling like it's not going to work out, that's what you're going to create. So just be very mindful that your thoughts do create the things in your environment. I feel like you're wanting to be confident and secure. I feel like you do have reasons to be. But I feel like there's some wobble that's kind of like there's hesitation. There's something that you feel like is unfair and out of balance. And I feel like that's impacting your stability in some way, shape, or form, or how you see your stability, which ultimately how we see our stability is how we experience our stability. Okay, your recent past, you have the Hierophant. I feel like some of you might have learned something. Some of you might have been exposed to some sort of. Some of you might have had like an exposure to something that was outside of your normal thing, the way that you normally do things. I felt like it was unexpected and kind of sudden. I felt like there was a lot of confusion and lack of clarity. For some of you, I felt like it might be a relationship. For some of you, you might be like evaluating a relationship and determining if it's something you want or not. Recent past. The Magician in the reverse. So for some of you, I feel like there's like this realization that there's something that you don't want that you thought you wanted, and you're realizing you don't want it after all. For some of you, it's a higher level of education. For some of you, it's a higher level of commitment, a higher connection. For others of you, I feel like it's like a connection with the spiritual realm. Like for some of you, you might have in your recent past um, been disappointed or hindered by spiritual gifts in some way, shape, or form. Your crowning energy, you have the Devil. Some of you might be done with a Capricorn or thinking about a Capricorn. I feel like you're thinking about toxic energies mostly. I feel like you're evaluating things in your environment that are toxic and that need to be changed and transitioned. You have the Fool in the reverse. So I feel like things that make you feel bound, things that make you feel tied up and restrictive. I feel like you're trying to figure out ways to move past those energies to get through over those energies. Your near future, you have the Three of Swords. Some of you might be coming into a disappointment or a heartache. Some of you might be having somebody else or causing somebody else to experience that feeling. You have the Lovers. So I feel like in regards to a connection, I'm hearing somebody might offer you an opportunity and you might not accept it, or they might feel rejected or disapproved or not fully accepted, and that's going to cause them to feel disappointed. And by them being disappointed, you're going to also feel some sort of disappointment. I feel like you're not going to want to hurt their feelings. Yeah, you have the the Nine of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So what this is telling me is that there's been a heartache that you've endured. You have your guard up, and you're not wanting to balance things out. This could be it could be a relationship, somebody you had a previous connection with, or this can also be like this could be work, it could be your higher self, it could be, everybody's different, whatever it is for you. In your near future, I feel like there's going to be a disappointment in regards to an emotional connection because somebody has their guards up and they're not willing to balance things out, or they're not seeing how things can be balanced out. How you see yourself, you have the Two of Wands. So you're trying to realize what opportunities you have. You're trying to pick a direction and move accordingly. I feel like some of you are trying to realize your talents and your skills and abilities and trying to like further develop those. For some of you, I'm getting that this also ties into your recent past. For some of you, you might have recently went and reviewed schools, different schools, looked into different schools. And I don't feel like you found a school that either met the terms that you wanted, the payments that you wanted, that they didn't offer the classes that you wanted, whatever or your credits couldn't transfer, whatever it was for you. How other people see you, you have the Star card. So other people see you as that you're healing right now, you're coming into wish fulfillment. Other people see you as very joyful and abundant, very happy. I feel like other people are very motivated and inspired by you. Your hopes and or fears is the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you want it, but you're fearful of having love. I feel like you want to have something that's joyful and abundant, but you're fearful of it at the same time. Spirit's advice. The Sun. So just be happy, Pisces. Don't hold resentment. Don't have expectations. Just go with the flow and be naturally you. What is meant for you will always be yours, and it cannot be taken or stolen. Whatever's meant for you will always be yours. So just be comfortable with it and realize that we all have our own free will and our own internal guidance system. Make sure that you're paying attention to what your system is telling you so that you can act accordingly. Final outcome should things remain the same. You have the High Priestess, the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, I like this. So what this is telling me is that you're going to be using your intuition. You're going to be getting like inspiration, and some ideas. I don't feel like you're going to be telling people a lot of things. I feel like you're going to be holding them very close to your chest, but you're definitely going to be surrounded with a lot of opportunity. I feel like Spirit's going to be guiding you and directing you along the path on how to make new business opportunities, how to invest in new things that's going to ultimately create a good, stable stability for you and your future, for your foundation. You have the Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a truth, there's communication that you need to share or speak that's going to bring balance to a situation. But I feel like you're not doing that with the High Priestess here. And you're holding on to that. I'm getting there's something that you need to say, but you're not wanting to. You're not willing to. But once you do, it's going to bring balance and clarity into a situation. And I feel like that's going to help with your opportunities in some way, shape, or form. Spirit's final advice, Judgment. All right. And this is the card that's crossing your current energy right now. So be honest, be authentic. Make sure that if you're going through a court system, make sure that you're reading everything. Make sure that you're meeting your timelines and your like. Make sure that you're abiding by the terms, the T's and C's. Read the finer detail. You have the Four of Swords. So I feel like Spirit's advising you to not take a pause. Whatever it is for you, do not sit and wait for actions to be made. You take the action. You do what's inspired and guided, what Spirit instructs you to do. Don't sit there and wait, and don't give other people your power. The Six of Cups in the reverse. So don't be nostalgic. Even if this is a situation that you have a long-term emotional connection with because this is somebody you've known for a long time, be honest in the situation. And whether they're right or you're right, whoever is right, just be honest and authentic in the situation. I don't feel like Spirit's advising you to... there was something that was unfair, or there's something that's unfair, whether it's you or somebody else in your environment. Spirit's advising you to look at it, to stop sitting there and stop being, don't give them the benefit of the doubt just because you have an emotional investment in them. Do the math, read the details, look at the fine print and see, because that's where your answer is going to be. You already know the answer. You just don't want to hear it, you don't want to see it, or whatever it is for you. There's a change that's coming in. You might be uncomfortable with it, or nervous of it, and I feel like that might be why you're kind of nervous to put action forward. But start working on it. Whatever you're being inspired to do, start putting movement forward. Whatever this justice is for you, where Spirit's directing you, make sure you're following your direction. All right, Pisces, till next time, sending you lots of love and light. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know how I resonated or not.